Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Urban Absurdity. I'm your host, OG Ron.
And I'm Bianca, and I'm right all the time.
I was just about to say, she just had her arms up like it was like the field goal was good. What the hell was that?
It was me being right. I like to throw my hands up when I'm right.
All right, well, I got a case to that I would like to plead. This is a rant. I'm sick and tired of Facebook blocking my page. I'm not as upset as I was 4 months ago when they blocked me for a month, but I'm pissed about this month. Let me tell y'all what happened. On my like page, I'm the meme man, basically. A lot of people share my memes, and when I share videos that I find funny, I put them up, and usually people react good to them because they can kind of relate to my sense of humor, the people that follow me. I shared a fucking video with two kids, maybe 7 or 8 years old, and they were wrestling in the living room. Doing the wrestling moves, I used to like Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and shit like that. Like, we would reenact what we saw every night or every Saturday night, whenever that shit came on. And that was it. No violence, no real violence, you know what I mean? Just running around on couches acting like they had imaginary ropes. He would throw them, he would run, hit the couch, and come back. Just some bullshit. So I don't know where the hell I was, but I looked on and they had logged me out. Now, you know, like when you have a real page, like you got a page that you want to build up, like as far as business-wise, and you see that Facebook has logged you out when you go on to Facebook, you know that some bullshit is about to happen. It's like your heart just skips a beat. Like when I was just on Facebook to connect with family and friends, like they say, it didn't mean shit. I'll make another page. Who gives a fuck? I'll be right back on in about an hour. But this pissed me off because my page drives the website. When I share articles, that's where the traffic comes from. When we do this podcast, even though we do have followers and people that look for the show every week, but still, what if we didn't? That's my way of promotion. So, Mark, you got to get it together. You got to take all of these computers and however you screen shit and figure out that somebody's violating your community standards. You got to get some real people in there. You need to hire me. That's what you need to do. I've been blocked so many times, I know if a person should be blocked or not. And then I see these websites like World Star, Media Takeout. They share videos every day of old ladies getting knocked the fuck out, like all kind of crazy shit, like real violence. People getting stomped out, dragged out of cars and shit. And you block me for 30 days. Especially a week after I had like I reached 20 million people off of them Cardi B memes. I was killing it. I was the plug. Like people was coming to me for the car. Hey, I was selling the memes for the low.
This fool.
I was selling the shit for the low, B. Like no other page that I saw, and I'm all over the web, even on Instagram. Like, do you know how big that page has got? Like, I'll go on Instagram sometimes where I steal my memes from.
So you're not the plug if you getting it from.
But don't nobody know I ain't. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers be like, "OG Ron, boy, hey, you be killing with them motherfuckers, boy. I know you made this." So I'll be like, "Nah."
So you the plug on Facebook?
I'm the plug on Facebook. Okay. I go to Instagram and steal my shit and bring it to Facebook.
You get your plug.
Hey, but this is the crazy shit. Now when I go on Instagram, it's like I'll run across a page. Like if I see a funny meme, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? I click on their page to see what else they got. You know, I want to check out their product. And I will look, and it was like every meme that I posted, like in exact order, it looks like that's my Instagram page. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting to these. It's like 25, 30 pages that I see that's exactly all the shit I post. Like meme for meme, nothing in between. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I should really see him.
I'm happy about that shit because not only, and you know what? I read something I was reading about. I can't recall her name now. You know the lady who started the Shade Room. I'm talking too fast. She said that she actually memed her way into that because at first, like, that's how you got to get on. Like, you got to get people's attention somehow, and then once you build it up, all right, this is a news website. Ain't no more memes. You know what I mean? And she took off with it. So, you know what I mean? I'm coming for it. But back to you, Mark. Your rich ass need to quit fucking bullshitting, bro. You worth $80 billion. Stop trying to ruin our fucking fun. First of all, you took LaTruth's page off, LA True. This nigga got 8 million views. Now you on his little page crying and shit.
I have not. That's true. I have not seen it.
I'm Facebook friends with him. The nigga humble as a motherfucker now. Robert Hampton. That nigga hella humble.
He on his little page.
Hey, that nigga was on his page like talking for like 3 hours. Like, bro, I've done this, I've done that. And then Facebook takes my page. He on there trying to get niggas to write letters and shit. I'm like, bro, your page was the shit, but I ain't wrote no letters in a long time,
That
B.
is very true.
It's so fucked up though. Like, bro, 8 million followers. Do you know how much revenue that generates for him and his family? Like, people look and say, "Oh, you just want to post memes and you think you popular." Like, no, bro. If you really know how to utilize social media, you can make a living from that shit. He was making decent money. I would have liked to. I would guarantee you that he was making at least $75,000 a year from Facebook, and at least. That's a pretty decent. You ain't got to go to work. You can wake up and get on Facebook. You know what I mean?
What's he making now?
He probably ain't making shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all this. I meant to make a status about it today. When you are building up your following on these social media platforms, pump your website. Get you a website. Because once you get that, if you can generate that traffic on your own website, there's nobody that can shut it down. If you post some bullshit that nobody likes, nigga, somebody gotta get a lawyer and sue you, send a cease and desist letter or something like that. You take it down if you want to. You will never wake up and go to your website and somebody said you have violated our policies because you live by your own fucking policies. And you know how fucked up that would be to put in all of that work and they just slat your shit? Like, you wake up, like, you went to sleep to shit. You wake up now, nigga, don't nobody know you. It's like you never existed.
But I agree with that. I agree with that because, especially if you say, and I just used to see his posts. I don't know him personally. But just like you said, it's technically not yours. Mm-hmm. Like, it's yours, but it's not yours.
It's not yours. You don't own it. You have to go by their guidelines.
Right? It's like renting a place and then the lease is over you on a month-to-month. If they say, shit, I want to sell this bitch, get out of here. That's what you got to do. So if you were that big and you're making that much money, I mean, does he have his own page?
No.
I was going to say, if not, it must not be generating.
He didn't have his own website because he was still trying to push the music thing. So, like,
that's why they took him off. My bad, dog.
He made a lot of funny videos. Him and his fiance, I think they got married now. Like, he had a lot of interesting things on his page, like as far as things he did in his life and things like that he was doing. But, like, as far as having his own website, like, you can get comfortable though. Like, cause there's a lot of big celebrities that hit him up, and you see people on there talking. You see comments from, people that's well established, like they really fucked with him, but. It's like once that's gone in now, you know how long it takes to get 8 million followers? He said he spent over like $200,000 running sponsored ads like over the years. Like, man, it take a lot of promotion to get 8 million followers. It's some celebrities that don't have 8 million followers.
But see, people, this is why it's very important. Old business still stands. Likes and follows and shares are very, very important to get you to where you need to go.
Yeah.
But once you get to where you need to go, you're going to have to come up with another plan too.
Exactly.
You're going to have to come up with something else. And that's when business and marketing and everything else takes precedence. It jumps in and it says, what should I do with these followers or these shares or everything else? Like, because it has to be more than this. This is going to end at some point.
Exactly.
Hence, it ending. Hopefully Ron's page has to end. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is just like a warning. We warning you, nigga.
Hey, I'm on Facebook does the strike thing. I don't know how many strikes you get, but I remember like you get strikes before they just say, okay, we taking the page.
Yeah.
Like, I know I used to get a lot of strikes. That's why I stopped sharing videos and stuff like that.
What happens if they the reason why they stop it is because after you get so many people, and this is just a conspiracy theory, but what happens after you get so many people, they start selling your followers to other people. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if they say, "Oh, this page is generating a lot"?
Mm-hmm.
Let me say they posted something crazy and stop the page.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll give them to someone else for whatever reason.
I wouldn't put that past them
I
because
wouldn't
they
either.
get paid for doing underhanded, crazy shit on Facebook, on social media, period.
I mean, wasn't he just in court?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. So if they'll sell your information, they'll definitely sell your motherfucking followers. So yeah, I believe that 8 million followers is a lot of people. You know, they could just attach those to somebody else. They might sell followers on the black market. You know how you go on Instagram like, hey, buy 10,000 followers. Those are fake followers. Your page will still be hella inactive. But if Mark Zuckerberg tell you he say he's a follower, nigga, hey, cop them shits because your page is gonna roll. You know what I mean? But hey, my rant is over. I'll be back at y'all in 26 days and 3 hours.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. And man, I'm coming out hard. But I'm glad that this, well, I ain't glad this shit happened, but it's going to make me focus on diversifying, like try to move, you know what I mean, spread some over here, do some over here. And I've been trying to get them on my website for the longest too. The website is doing cool. The show is doing great. So, you know what I mean, I'm building something outside of Facebook. They can't, you know what I mean, Podbean ain't gonna say, hey, we about to slat y'all podcast. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that happening, so we gonna stay on that. But let's go into a topic. Something that I found, and I'm not a big reality TV show watcher, lover, except Black Ink Crew. I watch that shit every once in a while.
It's been trash.
Everything's trash to you.
No, Black Ink.
I like Black Ink Crew.
This season, okay, is this is the season when, like, he sold the shop, or the shop got, or he didn't pay the bill, some shit?
So the shop like Calvin on Barbershop, that nigga always selling that goddamn shop.
No, they took the sign off and everything. They moved. He was trying to buy a new spot, right?
Wait, the one in New York, or you talking about Chicago? I like Chicago.
Yeah, okay.
No shit.
So I'm talking about Chicago. Okay, so have you been watching it?
I don't watch every show.
Well, I guess he the boy didn't pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? The shop got shut down. He went crazy. He didn't go crazy.
Making money.
Well, he needed to get some time away because they was doing too much in the shop. You know what?
It's Shot Town.
Ryan he's too humble to deal with all the madness.
Yeah.
He is not don't get me wrong, he's fine as shit. That boy's hairstyle. First
I don't know about all that. I thought all the madness be fake though.
This boy fine as shit. However,
Here
but
you go.
that boy hair, he had a fro. So I was like, who is this? I didn't know what I was watching. I thought he was a Mexican. And then I looked, I said, that's Ryan. And he was tripping. He was like, oh, they just doing way too much. And I'm like, that's why you have a show. Like, if they were doing way too little, you would have a show. But he's just...
Exactly. That's why they record you, motherfucker.
Right. He's not like Caesar, though. He cannot... Caesar just look at him with them dry-ass lips and be like, shit, I don't give a fuck.
Caesar is so corny. That's why I don't watch that one. Caesar's the corniest dude. Like, you ever see when they have an altercation and they go to the little... Like, when they be talking by themselves, they be in the room. This motherfucker... He got one more chance. One more. I'm like, dude, you hella corny. Hey. Like, them dudes will whoop your ass. Anybody, even oh shit, will whoop your ass.
Oh shit was about to whoop their ass.
Hey, oh shit is my dude on there. I like him.
They was talking about that. I like oh shit, but he's a trash ass dad. But he's funny. But it's funny.
Wait a minute, what about the show where he brought his baby mamas together? He had two of them there. They called one. He was trying to get this shit popping.
That boy retarded and slow.
Yeah, he is.
And then after he married old girl, they was like, she only with you for the fame. He was like, dog, yeah, she.
He only got a little bit of fame and already got a follower. Ain't that a bit?
It was enough. It was enough to get her on TV.
All right, speaking of being with somebody for the fame now, what do you think about this Stevie J and Faith Evans union?
Well, none of them need to be together for the fame because they're already known. However, I think that it could possibly be real because they knew each other back in the day. One, they knew each other back in the day. When they were on the show and Stevie was trying to get with her, and Faith was talking to him, but Faith was just like, "You playing too many games." Like
I remember that. What happened to that though? How do you go from that point to saying I do?
Because I'm pretty sure they still were fucking around with each other. I'm pretty sure they were.
I mean, but good dick and good pussy, that's it. You go always fuck around with it. But as far as like trying to get some paperwork involved, like she sat there and told him like, I can't remember the show, but she was like, they was somewhere talking. And I don't know if Stevie proposed to her or he just said, I want to get, you know what I mean? He just wanted to make it, he wanted to be official.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, nigga, I know you Stevie J, blah, blah, blah. She put it out there like, I'm not about to get my heart toyed with you. You know, I don't even know how to say it. She basically called him a whore. She said, I'm not getting involved with this shit. And now all of a sudden, she's signing paperwork.
Because first of all, it's faith. I mean, when I think, it's faith. It's faith.
What does that mean?
Do I think that, because let's not act like Faith hasn't had some issues with love in her life. She has. However.
I mean, shit.
People get
her
older.
Her first husband got killed, though. She probably would have still been with the nigga. Don't look at me like that. We don't know how Biggie would have acted after 95.
R.I.P. to Big.
197. He died in 97.
God, you trying to give him two. It was 95. No, shout out to Big. R.I.P. However, Big was a whore too. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's just because he got killed. It wasn't like before he was a faithful.
I mean, I'm not saying he was the best husband back then. We all saw the movie.
He was 25.
That's what I was saying. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, you know us. You know us. We
grow
into y'all.
But she was young. She was young too, which makes no excuse because some of us are not really grown when we're 25 either. Mm-hmm. It's just that if we fuck up and make mistakes, to everybody else is so wrong because we're women. And when men fuck up and make mistakes, it's, let them get older. Fuck that.
We learning.
Let me get older too, because I'm learning too.
Look, we learning until we 29.
Well, I learned until I'm 35, so I got 2 more years to go. Let me continue to fuck up. No. Stevie J probably, what Faith probably wanted to say, just didn't say it on the show, was, when I know you completely finished with Jocelyn, then I deal with you. Mm-hmm. Because everybody was against Stevie because of her. Like, they knew Mimi was over. Mimi was fucking with chicks. So they wasn't worried about Mimi or anybody else. She was, the main person was Jocelyn. Because I heard Jocelyn was talking crazy after she found out about them being together. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I saw something like that, but I didn't even, like, try to figure out what she said because, like, who gives a fuck what Jocelyn thinks? But I wrote an article about this, and it was kind of crazy. Like, as soon as they got married, a 20-year-old woman came out and said she's 6 months pregnant by Stevie J.
Jocelyn probably paid her.
I don't know, but she got some very incriminating pictures. Like, all right, she said she was in Vegas the day they got married. And, like, she was basically calling him and he wouldn't answer the phone. But shit, now she know what he was doing. He was getting married. So she hit the Instagram up and she posted pictures of him in the bed. She posted pictures of her walking around. And you can kind of see that she knew. I wouldn't say knew, but she was walking around like you say having receipts. She was walking around having receipts just in case. She was just filming the nigga's house, filming him, and doing certain things, and she stashed that shit. As soon as the marriage news came out, boom.
Was there a date stamp?
There was not.
Was there and see, fellas, listen.
I bet you that baby gonna be here.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I know. I bet that baby gonna be here, though.
I'm doing this for you, fellas. Was there a date stamp? No. Mm-mm. Was there... How many females have been in the nigga's house and snapped some shots of just in case? Just in case this comes up. That doesn't mean...
Yeah, but she put a picture of that big-ass belly up there, and I'm thinking... Man, we don't know this nigga personally, but his reality TV show life, like, we kind of got a grasp on this nigga's personality.
But in his defense, the other one who said that was his baby turned out not to be his kid. So
what other one?
He had another one.
It was another one?
The chick said, well, he had another accusation. That's what I was like. Sorry, Stevie. You had another accusation. It turned out not to be yours.
All right, but the timing of this shit, okay, all right, I will say this. Her timing was impeccable. She waited until the same day, same night she started posting shit. So she could either be one of two things. This nigga's new baby mama, his newest baby mama, or she could be an attention whore. But I don't know. There was no timestamp because I did see a Christmas tree up on one of the pictures. it was and that nigga was standing in front of it on the phone. She like walked up behind him. He never saw her even tape it. He probably would have turned around like, bitch, I told you not to have no phones in here. And at what point or just to throw this in because I have no opinion on this shit. My first thought was, okay, a new storyline for a reality TV show. That's the first thing I thought. Like, I don't mean to say, like, I don't know them personally. I don't know if they really love each other and they really got married and say, all right, we're about to do this. But when you're used to reality TV shows and you're used to their stars acting the way that they do, it's like you expect certain things.
Yeah.
You expect when you see something that's shocking, you're like, oh, okay, that's going to be the next show. You know what I mean? So I didn't see it and say, okay, that's real. I thought it was fake.
And then he could have told her about it beforehand. He could have said, "Hey, it's this chick. Bitch said the baby mine. I don't think the baby mine." You know, like, we have to understand.
Had a slake face online and shit.
That was we have
Slake. Where the fuck did Slake come from?
That was it.
You know damn well that. All right, if he told her, if it comes out that he said, okay, 6 months ago, and we wasn't even messing around 6 months ago, if she accepts him for him, and she has to get married to him, then she'll understand, like, okay, if we weren't together 6 months ago, there's nothing I can say to you about that. Like, yes, I'm sure she would rather another chick not be pregnant and you just got married, but if she accepts that, okay, but
right.
As of right now, I see it as a publicity stunt.
And that's to me. And we don't know that what the situation is. So until the results come, then I got to be like, I don't know, cause shit. It turned out to be Kirk's baby.
And that was shocking to me because me being a person that, like I said, I don't watch a lot of reality TV shows, but like my girl got it on, I'm sitting there on the laptop, some interesting convo, or somebody start yelling or a fight break out, then I'm looking. I used to just think Kirk was like, I didn't think he was really straight. Even though he was married, I just got this vibe from him that he wasn't banging chicks.
He probably still ain't. We're probably doing a little bit of both.
I don't know. Hey, y'all don't boycott the show, but I'm just giving my opinion. I'm like, I didn't think Kirk really liked women. He just don't have to look. He just looked like one of them dudes that's probably just.
You thought it was going to be
like, what's up with your brother, nigga? How does that nigga? He coming with us?
You thought it was going to be a man.
Hey, I want to throw that on him, but shit, hey, some reason, something about Kirk, I just didn't feel like he would be out here just banging chicks.
I knew his slimy ass was trying to keep his old ass was trying to keep up with shit. You know what the sad thing is? You had I don't like him at all, and I haven't liked him since the first season. So, well, whatever. And Rashida. The only thing I don't like about Rashida is she's talking about this chick, which is the chick wrong? The chick is wrong. But it just seems like you are giving no responsibility to your husband. Like, none. You are like, well, you open up your legs. You knew he was married. Bitch, he knew he was married. Like, I hate when females say that. Like, oh, so we got to remind your nigga that he married to you. But I'm supposed to already know. Although I was not at the ceremony when the shit happened.
You got to be at certain levels for a woman to say that to you. Like, a woman would never. I didn't even say it, so I don't have to rephrase it. Let me just say this. A woman that's dealing with a man of a lower stature that don't have money, if she gonna go off on a woman, she going off on both of them. Like, when she get done with the chick, she gonna go off on you. Like, no man has gotten off scot-free and he wasn't in a providing position. He wasn't a half business partner or something like that. You're not getting off scot-free if you just a nigga that's riding the couch.
The only thing
until she saved you.
I was about to say, the only thing these chicks doing to these niggas is all you gotta do is listen to their mouth. And that's like dealing with your parents. Like, I know if I stay out late, I'm gonna have to hear your mouth when I come home. However, after that shit's over, I'm cool again.
You can deal with that. So that's a fair trade.
Yeah. So So let me deal with this right now. And I'd be like, oh. And then after that, I'm like, oh, it's good again. Like, we cool.
Y'all should have seen what she just did.
like, I gotta feel bad. But that's just like anything. A dude feel the same way. Dudes, all they gotta do is hear your mouth. And then after they finish hearing your mouth for a minute, then you go back to they go back to banging and getting food and getting this and getting this. Cause all they had to do was listen to your mouth.
Only when you live in that bullshit life, there are certain things that you say, okay, this is what I'm gonna have to expect. But when you start to level out and you want to be, I mean, for real, we got to level out. We get to a certain age, we're like, okay, I think this is better than how I used to
Who's waiting
live
for that,
my
though?
life.
Who's waiting for
a
that?
A lot of y'all don't wait.
No.
But a lot of y'all are like, y'all, how can I say? I think y'all blind in one eye. Because if you have a good man and you see, like, not if he's out fucking the whole city, but if there's certain things you see in this man and you know he's a good person, like, women will wait. Like, women will, if they got a good one.
Even if women wait, even if they don't
wait
have a
around.
good one. What do you mean? Women wait even if they don't have a good one.
I ain't talking about them crazy motherfuckers. Like, if you got a terrible ass nigga, you shouldn't be waiting.
Women wait. You want to know why? Because
they should know.
A lot of terrible ass niggas ended up being okay niggas after years of waiting. And he was like, I see it all the time. Like, oh my God, I'm so in love. Like, every day we're in love. We're in love. And I'm like that.
Every day.
I'm happy.
Every day of the week.
I'm happy that you're in love. No hate, no shade. I'm happy that you're in love. However, if I ask you advice like, how did y'all make it so long?
Yeah. And
then, like, you don't give me real advice, which most women don't. Like, what I really want to say is, bitch, how'd you deal with the cheating? Because what helped you? Because that's great that you got this wonderful man now. But it's like, damn, look at all the bullshit you had to go through before you even got to this point. Like, look at all the heartache you had to deal with before you even made it to and then shit, you might not even be happy. You might just be telling us that you happy because social media have motherfuckers lying about everything.
Oh, I got to address both parts of that. Now, I wasn't really talking about that. Like, cheating and heartache and all that stuff. Like, okay, I can talk about the example that I lived through. When my girl first met me, when she first met me, she knew right then, after dealing with me for a little while, like, we didn't, like, jump into no relationship. She was just basically, and going this route, like, I could have lost her because I was on my own shit. But, like, whenever we was around each other, whenever we fucked with each other, you know what I mean, it was me and her. We, like, never talked about, I was never asked her, hey, who was you with? You know what I mean? After, I ain't seen you in 2-3 weeks or something like that. I was just always somebody that she would come back to or call, you know what I mean? Or I would, you know, or vice versa. And, like, she just basically, like, she was living her life, you know what I mean? She wasn't, I don't know what was going on, you know, on her end. She know what's going on mine. But we knew right then that we weren't in the space to, like, get together right then.
Okay.
Like, there was no cheating, no shit like that. She wasn't getting her heart broke. It was just when two people, this is how I look at it. When two people meet, sometimes you have to realize that y'all might not be ready for a relationship right then. No matter what the dynamic, no matter what's going on either party's end, you don't have to jump into it right then. This person ain't going nowhere. Now, if one of the two meets somebody and now they over there, then that's life. But if you two can deal with each other and then say, okay, when the time is right, we're going to be together. And it's not even spoken. There was nothing that we ever talked about. But we just knew, like, okay, this person right here, I can't deal with her right now as far as a relationship. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with other bitches.
But this is a different situation. This is a totally different situation. The reason why it's a totally different situation is because, like you said, when y'all first met, y'all were not together. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who are together, who they're trash, and later on they're not trash, which is great. Like you said, some men sometimes it takes them longer to come into things.
Yeah.
And then
I agree with that.
And the woman is like, I'm willing to wait, or I'm not willing to wait, or I'm whatever it is you're waiting. And it's like, when that time comes, you're happy.
But when women say waiting, like y'all, you know what y'all want us to think? That y'all like really waiting.
They are really waiting.
Waiting in the sense that, first of all, I would say, like, if you in that type of relationship, this ain't just for everybody. If you dealing with an ain't shit nigga and the woman is, like, first of all, if he's not ready and you getting your heart broke, whatever, break the shit off. Like, if you gonna wait, nigga, wait somewhere else. You know what I mean? Don't wait at the house while this nigga out doing bullshit. Wait somewhere else. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and get hurt and you see the pattern.
It's society, Ron.
Man, fuck society. You gotta deal with you.
No, listen, you know I
fuck
agree.
Society.
You know I agree. I agree. Fuck society, what anybody else got to say about me, which is why I never care when people say, oh, women don't do this. I'm like, yeah, I do. And I don't give a fuck what you think about it either.
Exactly.
I think a lot of women need to have that type of attitude. Like, you don't care what people think about you. Because some women, most women get told, yeah, a nigga gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
But you should still hold him down, be there for him. You never know what he going through.
I think they got whack fathers then.
I think so, too.
And I won't blame everything on the moms, but we do live in a society in the black community to where, yeah, there's a huge number of moms raising sons and daughters. Mm-hmm. So their advice, not saying it's bad, but they have a certain way that they talk to them. I think you need both. Not saying a man's point of view is going to be right all the time. I'm not saying that.
Well,
but I do think
father.
You need to, yeah.
A good one. We're not talking about just because your ass drink Budweiser and your ass, you have a penis that you are, because just because you are a man, never mind, let me take that back. Just because you are a male does not mean that you have great advice.
Yeah.
Because you can have some trash ass advice.
And you got to lead by example. You got to be there. Just
right.
Like, all right now I'm thinking, when you started talking, I started thinking about training day. I remember when Denzel went to the projects, and this was the funniest scene. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. Why was that Mexican lady living in the projects? Anyway, you know dead well that was the fakest scene in any movie. And she deep in the hood, too. She all the way in the back. Motherfuckers outside shooting dice. She a pretty-ass Latina. All right, anyway. When Denzel went in there, I guess, you know what I'm saying, his partner went to sleep. He came out, had that little bullshit talk with his son. Don't be that daddy. You know what I mean? You come around every fucking 8 months and fuck his mama, and you sit there like, hey, this is what's up. Then he gave him the fake kiss. He kissed his hand and put it on his face. Like, don't be that nigga. You got to really fucking talk. Like, people have to lead by example. Don't wait for anybody. I mean, and if you are waiting, you make sure that this person is doing what you want. I gotta say this. When you look at a person, if they're going in the direction that you want them to go, then okay. But if these motherfuckers are always wandering and straying off the path, it might not be worth the wait.
Right.
Like, what are you waiting on? Like, if this person is always zigzagging, he can't go the straight line to the point that you want them to be, male or female, what?
I get it.
I just don't understand why people wait. I'm not waiting. First of all, that's why I stopped. I had no more to say because I'm not going to wait. Now, at this point in my life, if I was single and we have our first conversation and I don't like it, I'm moving on to the next. I'm not waiting on you. I don't even like what you just said. So I'm definitely not going to wait and sit here and pretend that your actions are going to one day meet my expectations, because they might not. Why not just go and find a person that's where you want them to be right there? And of course, you have to be in that same position, because you don't want to be that type of person to say, okay, I want a person that's up here and you're not even there yet. A lot of people on social media, they do that. They broadcast and they promote this image. This is where I am. You need to be here. And then when you meet them, you're like, bitch, you're not there.
Yeah,
what the fuck was up with all those posts?
Like, you're not even there either, right?
I just look in your phone when you was in the goddamn bathroom. Your credit score ain't even like you were saying on Facebook. Your shit is 460. People be fronting so hard, and I don't.
Trash.
Let's get off this subject because I'm getting emotional.
Just don't wait, guys. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, the only thing I'm saying is waiting might not benefit you.
Where did we go? What were we talking about?
We were talking about Stevie J at first. Then we strayed off to waiting until a person actually gets to be the person that you want them to be. It might not never, ever happen with the person that you got your eye on.
Yeah.
So don't just take those gambles like that.
Or if you do, like you said, if you do, or if you are with somebody you're interested in, they interested in you, but you see, because a lot of people aren't just going to tell you, hey, I'm on bullshit, so don't talk to me.
Some people should be honest like that.
Yeah, but they're not. So if you see them on that, then you can just.
I'm on bullshit. Don't.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna drink the drink you just bought me, but shit, trust me, you don't. I'm not what you want.
Like, not at all. So if you do, just continue to do you. Live your life. And that's for a man or a woman. Like, live your life.
Yes, man or woman.
And I'm not trying to say still don't talk to this person. You can still talk to that person if that's what y'all got going on, but do not stop living your life. Continue doing what it is that you do. Don't stop. Don't be like, oh,
yeah,
let me try to make this person's life easier, and and they don't even care about you.
And I like what you just said too. Never let a person hinder your progress. If waiting on that person is stopping you from doing what you need to do in your life, then that person ain't worth being with. Mm-mm. I've never in my life, well, I have in the past, but no way in hell now as an adult, as a rational thinking male, would I slow down for somebody else to catch up. Fuck that. Like, dude, okay, now when they catch up, you're not where you should have been. Yeah. So you starting the relationship on a fucked up note.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up. Anyway, we're going to go to the next one. Floyd Mayweather. Now, this is something I can get with. Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent are going back and forth. I was just on it before you showed up, and the shit's funny. Like, first of all, Floyd Mayweather, and I got the names. Let me pull my little notes up. You know, let me get these notes.
This is what I said about the notes.
All right, this ex-girlfriend, Bad Medina, I don't know if that's just her Instagram name, but that's the only thing I could pull up. I looked on certain sites. His ex-girlfriend was Bad Medina. His new girlfriend is Jennifer, no last name. She's pregnant. And he posted. Huh?
Floyd's girl?
Floyd's.
Okay.
Floyd got the bitch pregnant. His daddy just, hey, this nigga just had a baby too. This nigga like 70. Anyway, she posted the picture on Instagram and said, basically, what did she say? It was just a little caption. It was showing the baby bump and say, I'm pregnant, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then some life-altering caption and shit with it. You know how y'all women do. One of the followers on Instagram tagged his ex-girlfriend in it. And the comment basically said, okay, you did what she couldn't do. Then she jumps on because she's tagged and basically like, look, I left him. He didn't want to put a ring on it, basically. I could have had his baby just like you doing, blah, 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 but I'm looking for love, not, you know what I mean? You know, she was on that note. And that was it with that. But 50 Cent trolling ass came.
Hey, that boy.
The most hilarious nigga on earth. This nigga comes in and was like, basically, Floyd always having problems with his hoes, doing this and doing that. He brought up something about how Floyd took a car back from maybe the XX before the one that's involved in this situation right here. Floyd started shooting back. Now, first of all, I am a Floyd Mayweather fan. flamboyant ass, big mouth, rich ass nigga. I aspire to be that one day. But the two books that the nigga wrote in response to it, Floyd, I know you didn't write that shit. I know damn well you. Everything was spelled immaculately. It was everything. It had the apostrophes and everything in there. The commas, everything was good. But the shit he said about 50 Cent, he was like, "Hey, you broke. You's a troll. Your music don't sell. You ain't the star on your own show." Man, he was going in. Then I started reading some of the comments, and the dude popped up and was like, he knew everything. I don't know if this nigga was just like one of their mutual friends. He was like, all right, how come you won't bring up your son don't want to talk to you, 50? How come you won't bring up that your youngest son might not even be yours? How come you didn't bring up you borrowed $6 million from Floyd Mayweather? And because Floyd even said, don't hit me up to borrow no more money, nigga. I'm like, ooh. Hey, it was juicy. It was juicy.
What you do that? I don't give a fuck how good your comebacks are. Once you bring up a nigga owing you money, or even you lending money, there's really,
The one thing I don't get, and 50 Cent has this type of relationship with Jim Jones too. It's like, you'll think that they really hate each other, like they'll shoot each other on sight, they be going at each other on social media, but then, like I say in the interview with Jim Jones, it's like, nah, we cool, we just get out like that, we play around, blah, blah, blah. I never understood, because I thought Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent was cool. Used to see them, like, together, posing with money, talking about chicks, blah, blah, blah. Then you'll see, like, this little, like, internet beef, Twitter beef, whatever the fuck. Then they back cool again, blah, blah, blah. But this one right here just seems like, okay, all right, this might be the last straw. They really ain't friends. Like, they throwing some shit out there. Like, you remember the one with Floyd? Like, what the fuck? Was it like a fucked up signature on a check or something? 50 made a video like the nigga can't spell, the nigga can't write. You know what I mean? And they was singing together after that. But this one, I don't know. You start bringing up niggas borrowing money and shit like that. It was like, yo, vitamin water deal wasn't real, nigga. You didn't get no 300 million, nigga. Oh, man. It was very entertaining, to say the least.
Yeah, you can't. 50 Cent is good at coming back with shit, like starting shit, and it's funny. Mm-hmm. However, certain shit you cannot say when you was asking the nigga for money. You know what I mean? You just can't. Yeah. You just can't. You stay away from those situations. Mm-hmm. But he was wrong. That's what happened when you trolling all the time. Sometimes you troll, and then you think you're going to say something about somebody, and then niggas start bringing up, when you was in the inbox begging.
Yeah, because I was on Instagram yesterday, and I saw when, like, the girls were exchanging words. And then when I saw the 50 shit, like, I started reading some of the comments, and they was like a couple of them were funny. They was like, all right, you ain't scared to be fucking with Floyd like that, talking about his personal business? That nigga might knock your ass out, blah, blah, blah. And then today, sure enough, here's the beef between them two. And if you didn't want certain information to come out, like you said, the trolling is funny to a certain extent, but when does it become too far, especially with people that you've had relations with? It's just like he just said. He said about his son that I'm still here for you, call me, blah, blah, blah. It was like he was going deep. Like he was like, what did he say? He said, what the fuck did he say after the You're Not the Star of Your Own Show? He said something that cut deep. He was like, I don't think he wrote all that shit. Like he was really like fucking him up. It's like nobody fucked up 50 after a troll as bad as I seen it done today.
Yeah.
And it was, he said he lived in an apartment in Jersey. Like a regular apartment shit, you know what I mean? Because 50 Cent always seen in these nice ass hotels and these nice ass places. He was like, he said the Tyson mansion that you bought, the reason you been trying to sell it, been on the market for years and years, you couldn't afford to maintain it, blah, blah, blah. And this is a dude that knows him personally. Like we see the mansions and the celebrity and we just assume that this person is as rich as his rhymes say. But this dude knew him. He was like, we had the same driver for a little while. I know where all your little hangouts are, and oh man, I was trolling today. I was saying shit too. I was in the beef.
I can't believe this shit.
It was good. It was good. So now I really don't think that this is playing. Like all of those old little situations, people like, oh, they just, you know what I mean, having a little fun. But this shit got deep. This shit got real deep.
I see.
Because he done dropped the price of $1 million every 15 minutes on that Tyson match. Like, something got to be up with that. Why wouldn't you live in that big motherfucker? Shit, come on.
So, who was the one who said she did what Bad Meena couldn't do in years? And that's the problem.
That was one of the fans.
That's the problem. People say shit and run their mouth about shit that they don't know about. Mm-hmm. Like, just because he with somebody else and got somebody else knocked up means absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, he didn't marry her. He had a baby with her. And I'm not trying to say this baby's not going to be well taken care of if it's his. Hopefully it is. I mean, but it's
hopefully.
But you can't say that just because a nigga went and knocked up another chick, like, his ex couldn't do it. That's what happens when you don't mind your business. But I guess it got him a lot of followers now, because...
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is, okay, she posted the picture. Like, there's no guarantee that 50 Cent even followed her or knew anything about her at first.
Yeah.
This person that happens to follow her, and this person's not a celebrity. She just knows, like, she knew about Floyd Mayweather's ex, and she knew about her. So some people follow those people to, you know what I mean, just to be nosy. Like, it's celebrity gossip. Troll. Yeah. And she tagged her, like, for no reason. Why would you tag this woman and say she did what you couldn't do? You don't even know these people.
And that's my point. Like, you don't even, how do you know what she did? However, it worked for her. Let me stop saying however, y'all. I'm sleepy. However.
She stopped saying this is the thing.
And I picked
and went
up
to however.
Those are, and trash. I'll always say trash. Those are my faves. I just think this is crazy, though. That's crazy. You don't know what that lady done did, or why they not together, or if they still messing around with each other just because they with somebody else. But I think her thing was, I just want to get some followers. So
yeah, it was probably that. She definitely got a lot because everybody was on that shit.
She did. She got a lot of followers.
And I kind of give props to her, though. Like, in this day and age with social media being what it is, and just the fact that not all women, but a lot of women do just want to be around, will do anything to be around money. She walked away from it. She didn't take the baby. Like, all right, nigga, throw that baby at me right now. It will be my meal ticket. She walked off and she wanted more. And I believe what she said in the post. And you got to commend that. Like, you got to commend her for that. Like, a lot of people would just go ahead and accept what that man is giving. You know what I mean? And shit, hey, fuck it. I respect you for it.
And he probably miss her more. One thing I noticed about a lot of dudes is, and it may not be every dude, but most dudes, the woman who is like, nah, I'm not just going for anything. And you can go out and do whatever you want to, and that's cool, live your life. However, I'm not going for everything. Mm-hmm. Those be the one they think about all the time. Those be the one like, damn, you know.
Yeah, that's why Drake made the goddamn Kiki song.
Drake, just everything about you. Just Aubrey. I'm sorry. Aubrey, just everything about you.
She loves you.
I knew it when that song.
Ron says, no, she didn't.
This is how Ron doesn't know how much of a Drake fan I am.
I'm a Drake fan, but that song.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hey, the song is trash.
No, that song is not.
It is.
It is not. It's up there with right up there with After Dark, because that is my second.
You've been listening to Side 2.
Summer Games.
You a Side 2 nigga?
Yeah. All Eyes on Me Side 2. Oh my God.
Nah, but that was all real. I'm talking about Drake shit. You know, he had the hard side and he had the soft side. I'm a Drake fan, but I couldn't get into a lot of the songs that was on Side 2.
We don't expect
it's like bedroom music. Like, okay, all right, I can accept that. All right, I think he made a side for the hip hop heads, the niggas. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all ain't hip hop heads. I think he made a male and female side.
I think he made a side.
Female should like both. Not all men will like both.
Anyone that knows, I hear men sing this other side. Anyone who knows Drake knows that those are the songs that he puts on every album. He has different ones, a variety. And when you feel like draking on a sad day, you listen to the sad songs.
Drake.
And when you feel like draking on a good day, then you listen to the hype songs.
Yeah.
When you are in the house cleaning up, you turn on the sad Drake. Like, oh shit, I don't want to.
When do you put it on shuffle? What day is that? Where you just got to blend?
When you just feel like, I'm cool, so we just go drink it out.
Then he fucking with your emotions because you hearing a song.
Because you don't know. One time you hype, you be like, and then you be like, the whole time.
Mama, why you crying? I got it on shuffle, baby. Let me. All right, this is what I got to say about this.
Love Drake.
And this is a story. Shiggy, I almost cursed. I almost said shit. Shiggy started the In My Feelings challenge. And for those of you, well, now we all know the song. I think we would have heard it. We would eventually listen to it if you had Scorpion. But I don't think the song would have been as big. That was not one of the singles. That is not something that, and she's over here grooving. Shiggy made that song popular.
Because he made a dance out of it.
Yeah, and that's why now the song is number one on Billboard. It would never have been number one had he... Well, first of all, he wasn't going to drop that as a single.
The Lies.
There were tons of songs on there that was better than Kiki, Do You Love Me?
There were. However, Drake could have put out any song from that album.
He wouldn't have put that one out.
He could have put out any song from that album.
That's just a song on the album, even for Drake.
He could have put out any one on that album and it would have went number one. You want to know why? Because he's Drake.
I agree with that.
Because he's Drake. Now, would he have not put it out if the dance didn't become popular? You got that. You're right. He wouldn't have put it out. But
he didn't put it out. Or see, this is the thing about streaming. When that challenge caught on and everybody was singing the song, like instantly, you couldn't even be on Facebook without hearing this thing, without hearing this song.
So cold. Play it.
No, it's one of those songs where, like, all right, like they talk about Booed Up on the radio. If you hear it a million times, you love it, and then all of a sudden you start to hate it.
I loved it the first time. And the second time, the third time, and when I get in my car and listen to it again, I'll love it again. Boot Up remix part with trash.
I was about to say, I don't like the remixes. One thing I'll say about this, the Boot Up song, and you know what? I was on social media all the time seeing these posts, and I don't listen to the radio. Like, I never listen to the radio. My radio is rarely on FM. Like, the only time is if my phone dies or something. And then I got a fucking CD in the car just in case. That CD been in there waiting for some play like for about a year now.
You still against KPRS?
Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. All right.
We'll go into that later.
When I heard Boot Up, when I went and listened to it, because I kept seeing these posts, I had to Google it. And then I went on YouTube and I listened to it. I was like, yeah, that's a good song. Added it to my Spotify playlist. When we sitting here playing spades, I bump it. And you know what the funny part about it? I play spades with some radio listeners. And they looked at me like, oh my God, ain't you tired of this song? I'm like, nigga, this song like the fourth time I heard this shit. I'm not one of those people that listens to the radio and gets shit crammed down your throat like Kiki was. And my feelings was.
Do you love me? Are you right?
All right, let's go into the story. Let's go into the background of this. Shiggy, which is the guy who made the In My Feelings challenge. Rumors were, she's twerking now.
I was doing the thing.
Rumor had it that Drake, well, he did meet him. He met him in a club and they chilled, kicked it for the night. And why wouldn't you? This dude made your song. You didn't need the help.
Hey, hold on.
I'm not sitting here saying that Drake needed the help.
Okay.
But as far as that song, it wasn't even a single. It would not have shot up.
Sir.
Nobody would have bumped Kiki, Do You Love Me up to the top.
City Girls Surrender, we would have bumped it. However, Sir, we did not need your assistance, but we thank you for it anyway. We thank you. We didn't need it.
Yes, you did.
We didn't need
yes,
it.
you did.
Not at all. We didn't need that help, but we thank you for it. And we thank you for the videos that came along with it of the people falling out of the cars and all the laughter that we got from it. But we did not need it. Although we thank you.
Shiggy needed it. And Drake needed it.
Shiggy
Because
needed
Shiggy
it.
blew the fuck up.
Shiggy needed
I didn't
it.
know who the fuck Shiggy was a couple weeks ago.
And I'm glad you got it. And I'm glad you needed it and you got it. But we did not need you.
And you know what? Drake needed him. Y'all needed him to hear that song and like it.
We're going to cut off
And I think you should get that man his $250,000.
We're going to cut off the mic.
Free promo.
We're going to cut off the mic because we know.
You don't think that free promotion was needed?
For who?
For Drake.
He's silly.
Dude, Kiki Do You Love Me would not be number one on Billboard without that challenge.
You're silly.
It would not.
Okay, well, it would have been a different song. I mean, we.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But we still would have been number one, so it doesn't matter. We wouldn't have been number two. Gosh.
Oh my God.
We still would have been number one. It would have just been with a different song.
You know what? I'm gonna bring this up. We should have a guest next week, and I want a partial, no, an impartial vote on this because that song would not have been as big as it is right now.
But I'm saying even if that song didn't make number one of the many songs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
One.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. But Kiki would have been it.
But if he put it out, it would have been.
He would not have put that out. Who listens to a body? All right, first of all, I like the album Scorpion. I'm more of an A-side listener than a B-side. There's at least 5 or 6 tracks on there dope as fuck on side one. There's no way in hell you dropping Kiki.
One thing you have to understand, too, with the type of music.
You're not dropping Kiki.
No, one thing you have to understand with the type of music you listen to. And I say that with the
You just gonna put me in a
with
box.
the kindest words.
I only buy CDs with guns on them.
Pop sales. Anyone who is smart, who is in the industry, would do what it takes to do both. And you know this. It is what it is. Since it's Drake, he could have put out anything and it would have gone number one. Yes. But do white people like a upbeat like a dancey type, even if they were not dancing, it has a good beat. And it has black girls in the back screaming about ass. You telling me that these white kids would have not jumped up like, oh my God, we already love Drake and we're going to make him go number one. Like he would have got that.
Drake has an amazing fan base. Drake has a huge fan base. He's the biggest hip hop artist in the world. Drake would not listen to those 24 songs and pick because first of all, when you're an artist of that magnitude, you sit here like most people, average rappers may go platinum, may get 2 million streams. They pick a first single and they may pick 3, maybe. An artist like Drake with 24 songs, you're going to pick about 5, maybe 6. And that doesn't determine what the radio plays, though. I will say this. A lot of artists like that, when you're that huge, radio DJs will play like what's going on in their local club. Whatever starts popping in your area might not be the radio single, but I'm sure it wouldn't have been Kiki. But there's no way to tell right now because Shiggy blew it up and now we're just speculating. So shout out to Shiggy, boy. You made Kiki hot and it wouldn't have been.
We let Ron think whatever he wants to.
Drake was not dropping Shiggy.
We let Ron we let Ron think what he wants to because he listens to what he listens to, and that's okay. And he can have his choice of music. However,
I don't like the song.
All of us.
I like Drake.
I know you don't like the song, which is why I'm saying all of us other real Drake fans, real ones, who've been listening to him since the beginning of time when he was scrawny and not so cute and just left Degrassi, we all know that either way, whatever he would have dropped, it would have went number one.
All right. You know what? I'm going to give you this. And it's kind of what I've been saying. Had Drake said, okay, this is the song I'm feeling, I'm going to drop this verse. Yes, it would have happened. But that's not the way it happened.
You don't need to give me that. Just like Shiggy didn't need to give that to Drake.
Shiggy.
We don't need that.
Hey, Shiggy, he needed you, bro. Get your $250,000, dog.
We thank you. We thank you for it. As we thank you for your comment, we thank you for that too.
As Bernie Mac would say, let's move on. Let's get to Michael B. Jordan.
Do you love me? Are you right?
That is, you know damn well that wouldn't have been that man.
I think he could have did more with the dance though.
How you gonna critique the dance that made that song hot?
I mean, I just think with the love part, do you love
I
me?
think all dance challenges, like even Will Smith did the shit. Like it became huge, but the dance, like, no, I don't agree with it. I don't even like new school dancing.
This is what I'm saying. You don't even like that, so it wouldn't matter. The little person who was on the video did it best. I'm sorry.
The little person?
The little person that because
you're being politically correct.
Yeah, I am. The little person who's on there, the lady, she did a bomb ass job.
She's detoxing it. Had she had a couple of drinks of 1738, she would have said.
Listen, I was
that ain't correct word.
Listen, I was commenting. No, I said little people because that's what you say. So,
you know what? Let's go into that.
No.
We can't go into that.
We want this show to last as long as possible. No. If I had a big ass sign that said no, I would say no. We will not.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave that one alone because I have questions. I have questions. Okay, never mind. Michael B. Jordan. Over the past few years, he's become a huge star. Even though he's been acting for a long time, I used to see him in a lot of movies. And I think I can't think of the goddamn movie. Black Panther kind of like pushed him over the top. Now he's been getting backlash. Like the females on social media says he has a white woman only policy. And he was spotted in Italy on a yacht. And it was full of white women, and he responded after he saw all the negative energy that they were throwing his way. He responded by saying,
"Hey,"
and it was an interesting comment. It was an interesting clapback, as they say. He said he referred to women as milk. He says, "I like chocolate milk, strawberry milk, like." I'm like, but bro, milk is milk. Like, like it sounds like you still talking about white girls, bro.
That's true.
Like, how could you make a reference if they talking about black and white and you talking about milk?
What other reference could he have said?
Shit. Hey, you know what? I hate the people that say, hey, I like all colors, black, brown, purple, green. There are no people that color. Like, just say black and white.
Aliens
just say what you mean.
Or green.
I assume they would be. I mean, from the cartoons that I saw, but you know what I mean? I never, like, actually saw one. But what do you think about that? Like, it's a two-part question on this. I don't. Hey, I'm shutting the studio down.
Okay.
I'm getting like Puffy. I'm shutting the studio down.
Oh my God, that fool shut down the studio for every fucking thing.
I need some Cambodian breast milk. The only way I'm opening up the studio. Oh shit. Let me get serious. Okay, with Michael B. Jordan, for the people who actually look, and you know social media is like this. When the story broke, there are tons of people who went back, researched who they've seen him with, who he's been publicly attached to, this, and that. And from their findings, not mine, don't shoot me down. They said there have not been any black women seen with him. And the party kind of pushed them over the top, and they went in on them. So, is that bad? For a black woman, do you look at that and say, like, I don't like that? Can you judge him on that? She looking like, damn, it's Michael B. though.
I was actually still I was still in the studio. It depends on what type of person you are. If you are the type of person who is like, we like the star. The star was in Black Panther. You represent black people because you are black. Why were there not any black women? I mean, I would have asked the question if I seen it. Like, this is the second time I heard about it, and this is in detail. Mm-hmm. But if I probably would have thought, damn, ain't no black women at this party. Like, where he at? But I wouldn't have been like, oh, I am outraged because there are no black women in this party. Because depending on what you were doing, if you were disrespecting these hoes, I would hope that there would be no black women on that boat.
I knew that was coming.
Hey.
My opinion on that is I really do think that we go too far with just thinking that, and this is just for celebrities, I really do think we go way too far with thinking how this person should be, how they should act, how they should conduct themselves, who they should date, things like that. I don't get that far into it. Like, men have their celebrity crushes. Halle Berry has been around for 50 million years. We don't really care who she's dating. Like, it seems like as far as male and female, we'll see somebody that we like, even if she's dated all white women.
Nah.
All white men, I'm sorry. I'm not one of those people that'll say, okay, well, shit, how come you ain't have no brothers on that boat? Like, I wouldn't do that, but
men do.
Men do? Do we?
Yes. When Holly, back in the day, when Holly was dating all them white men, brothers was like, Holly don't date. Why she don't date no black men? She must think she too good for black men. Mm-hmm. Men did the same thing. Men are talking about Serena Williams. Like she talking to a white man. Da, 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 da. I see it all the time. And maybe because I'm a woman, I pay more attention to it. But I see men talking about black women all the time who don't date black men, or who you may not have seen them with a lot of black men. It's just, and then if a black woman was to say, well, all the black men that I've dated, I didn't have good relationships with, and this person I did. Mm-hmm. And then they go to say, oh, well, you talking about all black men. Well, she didn't say all black men. She said the ones that she dated. Yeah. And then she met this person. Mm-hmm. So what's wrong with her saying, I've tried it? It's just like when you said Donald Glover was talking about black women not approaching him and who we talk to, and black women saying certain stuff. Black women have that same thing. Like, I've tried dating plenty of black men, and I've been in long-term relationships with black men, and it just never worked. And then I dated this other person, and this person treated me better. Yeah. And I'm not saying that all of them are bad. I'm just saying this person that I met, I like this relationship better than I have my past relationships.
All right, I feel that part, but when I see somebody say that I've dated, let's just say two. I've dated two black men and they didn't treat me right. So I'm done. Well, not done, but I'm trying something new. And then when they deal with a white person, let's say that the two people they dated, they treated them good. That doesn't mean that all white men are going to treat you better. And it certainly doesn't mean that all black men are going to treat you bad. I just don't.
I mean, but we both do that.
But unless I have the conversation with them, I don't think I go all the way out and judge them.
That's true.
You gotta have it. That's an up close and personal conversation.
You do.
You can't read no tweet and say, yeah, hell nah, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's something you would have to have that conversation, because that's when you hear black men say, "Oh, black women that have attitudes. I'd rather get with a white woman or a Mexican woman." And then they be like, "Shit, we got attitudes too."
I was about to say Mexican women got attitudes.
I seen this Hispanic woman went off on this black dude. He said the same thing. Like, what the fuck you coming over here for? Shit, you gonna get the same shit. Yeah. And I died laughing. But I'm like, how do you know that Jennifer not gonna get an attitude with you?
She will.
Yeah, how do you know that? You don't know. You can't just say, "Oh, well, I'm done with this. I'm going to go to." I mean, if you put up with your mama's attitude, you should be able to put up with somebody else's. But I don't think Michael B. Jordan is a horrible person. Like he said, he was in Italy. There were not a lot of black women. He got away with that.
Yeah.
So I said that was good. You got that broom and you cleaned it up. You got that broom and you cleaned it up. You could have flew somebody out.
I didn't buy that one, though.
You could have flew somebody out.
That's where I was gonna go with it.
But you didn't have time because the party had started and you didn't.
No, but that party was playing. You knew y'all was gonna go over there and kick it. Hey, had I been him, and not just for show, not just for so people could see it and say, okay, all right, he did have some black women there too. I wouldn't just do that. But if you're gonna have a party, like I'm the type of person, and I'm not judging him. I'm just saying me. I'm going to have some diversity up in that motherfucker. Now, if I was a single man, I would want all races there for, I would like to have choices.
and most people would. He didn't. I don't think he's.
He didn't want to have choices. I think he just wanted.
He said he had some choices when he get home, but while he in Italy, he don't want to. I mean, if I go to Montana,
I'm sure there's a black person in Italy.
If I go to Montana for a couple of days, I may be like, brothers, I'm gonna get back to y'all. Right now, I'm about to hang out with.
That's like the whitest place in America.
Right now, I'm about to hang out with Colin over here. When I come back, I'll deal. Until then, let me do what I do. I think people just expect there's certain artists or singers, actors, whoever, who are black, who will tell you, I love my people, black people all day long, or all I'll date is my people. And nothing is wrong with that either. You do what you prefer to do. I think you pronounce his name Kofi on Queen Sugar, the dark-skinned guy. He plays Ralph Angel.
No damn.
He played in Girls Trip. If y'all know who I'm talking about, if you don't know who I'm talking about. But he had all these tweets and he was praising black women. Mm-hmm. And a lot of white people got mad, like, but white women and other races are just as good. And he's like, hey, that's great. I'm talking about my people right now.
Exactly.
Mind your business. Mm-hmm. And they got upset at him. He didn't say exactly that, but basically he did. And they were asking him like, whoa, you took a lot of backlash. He's like, I don't care. He said, sometimes I don't think my people understand how important our love for each other is. So I'm going to praise black women all day long, all the time. Like, I don't give a fuck who gets mad at that. Uh-huh. And I'm like, damn, that's right. You go ahead and give it back. But not everybody is like that. Some people are more like, I want to be nice to everybody. Because as we forget, Michael B got Creed 2 coming up. And with Rocky, who you think buying them tickets?
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
We buying them too, but I'm saying who's most likely do you think are buying them tickets? Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'm not about to step on nobody's toes. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I love everybody. I'm cool with everybody. Mm-hmm. Kofi like, I don't give a fuck if y'all don't watch the show. Now, black women.
The only way that I would take offense and say something is if a person said, all right, already it seems like a lot of our black men get to a certain level and say, okay, I'm dealing with this now. Like if you publicly said, or if there was a way that somebody could just confirm and say, okay, I'm on this level, I don't think I can meet a black woman that would interest me right now, then I think that's fucked up. Cause me, and I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm a broke nigga. I got a car note, a mortgage, all this type of shit. But if I was a rich person, if I was a rich man, especially in my younger days, I'm not single anymore. You wouldn't just see me with one race. Like, I would be all over the fucking place. I would just fucking go crazy. But it kind of seems like when you narrow it down and you're only seeing with this type of person, I'm not saying you should judge them for it, but if that's what you like, that's what you like. But, hey, who am I to say? Who am I to say?
Yeah. It is what it is. What you saying in Italy?
Yeah. Yeah, but how come you ain't have no Italians on that motherfucker? Like,
I mean, shit, just deal with
like, where all these white people come from? Like, shit, you flew them in. Now, if it comes out that he flew all these white girls out there in Italy, then I don't think we should go see Creed 2. No.
You're white.
It's a difference.
You're white. Italians. You're Italian. You're right. You're Italian. But if you were to get pulled over, technically,
It's a difference in their spaghetti.
there is a difference. They look white. I mean, no
They
offense,
do.
y'all got a tan. You got a tan. But a lot of y'all go get tanned to stay more tanned. Like, we don't go to the tanning salon to stay black. We live life.
Exactly.
We live life. You know what I'm saying? So that's a difference. Like, I didn't look at every girl in that picture like, did she look Italian or does she look like Laguna Beach white? Like, which type of white is she? I just saw stringy hair. So I'm like thinking like, okay.
I'll give you that. It wasn't really no good close-ups. It was like a paparazzi boat.
Yeah. I mean, they
like kind of just went by. They about 150 feet away.
I mean, they
Look at all these white girls. So, all right, I get that one. Let's go off script real quick. This is not a topic I wrote down, but did you hear about the booty doctor that went on the run?
No.
And they had to track him down?
No.
I want to bring this up because I want to say this. Ladies, black, white, whatever color you are. And I'm not going to go to orange and green because I know there are no orange and green people.
The one he's gray. The one on America.
Well, there is one orange person in America, but we're not talking about it.
You too, if you ever go.
I just want to say, look, stop it with the butt injections.
Men, stop glorifying ass, and these hoes wouldn't go try. I'm sorry, not hoes. Some of you are nice women.
Yeah.
If
Some of you are real nice. But
if people stop glorifying certain, and I'm not saying that should be the way it goes, but that is the way it goes. If you stop glorifying these things, then you wouldn't have so many people going out to go get them to please. Like, a chick, she may be going to get her ass done, to please herself. But let's keep it real. You're going to go get your ass done so other people can say, damn, she got a fat ass. Or damn, look at that ass.
Exactly.
Or let me like some pictures or share your picture because damn, you got a fat ass.
Exactly.
You ain't going to go do that shit just because, you ain't twerking for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You doing that shit because you want the attention of other people. And if that's what you need to get by, then that's what you need to get by. However, if y'all didn't say, oh, look at that ass. Oh, God, she got ass. That's so much ass. Mm-hmm. If y'all was like, shit, fuck her ass. What's she thinking about? Mm-hmm. Maybe she read a book. Or maybe you read a book with her. Or maybe she read a book to you because you probably don't know how to read either. Okay.
And you know what? Before they go get those butt injections, I do think it should be a requirement to read a book out loud. If you can't pronounce most of and give them a hard book too. Don't give them no goddamn pop-up book. Most of these women who are doing this are seriously misguided, I think. If you're looking for a career as a model or this or that, a big ass doesn't guarantee you that you're going to achieve those goals. Back to the topic, a woman died 3-4 days ago, and a doctor went on the run, and I'm sitting here reading this shit like, how has it gotten this serious to where these butt injections are just taking over? And when I see, I'm always on Instagram. I'm the type of person where I'm not going to say I can spot every fake ass, but a lot of that shit don't even be looking good. And I know that you don't give a fuck about my opinion because there are millions more who says that it does look good. Look, if it's fake, well, I won't even say that. Just use what you have. You know what I mean?
People are gonna stop doing that.
There's no reason to risk your life for some likes.
And the people that you trying to impress with this ass, you should make them read a book too. Tell Dre's old cute ass, hey, I know you like ass, but read this for me. Mm-hmm. And just give him the cat in the hat and see how he do. Just see how he do. Because 9 times out of 10, Dre's ass can't read either, but he know what ass is. And he likes to hit the like button on that shit. I just think people want to be seen. And then when you get on, especially Instagram, when you get on Instagram or Snapchat and you see these people and they got these fat asses, and one thing people have to understand too, a lot of these people who want to go get these asses, the rich people can take that shit out. Hence K Michelle. They have money to take that shit out, so when they get older, that shit don't affect them. Yeah. You niggas ain't got the money, or okay, maybe you trying to get the money, but it ain't gonna last that long. You niggas ain't got the money or the type of finances to, if something goes wrong, to get that shit removed, or to, especially if the doctor running.
Yeah, he went on a run.
Like if your doctor is running, there's a problem. Michael J's doctor is totally different.
Yeah,
he didn't run,
and it was like, I think it was last weekend. I'm sitting there, I'm on the couch, I'm messing with my phone, and my girl changes to some channel. And I don't know what the fuck it was. But there's like some doctor. Well, I'll take that back. That's really not the proper way to describe this person. It was a female. She's like in a hut. They look like they were in Hawaii or something. Like these motherfuckers went in like a garage and got butt injections. Sounds about right. And I'm sitting there like, this doesn't look safe. You don't know what the fuck these people are putting inside of you. Like I've heard shit about like Fix-A-Flat and like all types of weird shit that you should not be injected. Yeah.
They put concrete in there.
Dude, like it's not that serious. You playing with your life for a fucking butt picture?
Botched. We see botched all the time. I do. I watch it. I watch botched.
Yeah, like even with K Michelle, like I don't know when she got her injection, but I was sitting there and they showed this fucking long ass preview. I thought the show was on. Like the new Love and Hip Hop or whatever the fuck. Like she started crying over this scar that would never go away, like that was on her butt. And it was like, it's fucked up. It was like, she got money. Yeah. And that shit didn't even turn out 100% right. And you think taking $5,000 down to Miami is going to get you this glorious butt and it's safe, and it's not. And this is coming from a male point of view. We don't like that.
How much is she? Yeah, I do. You don't like it.
Don't.
You don't like it. And you already said it. You got a girl. So ain't nobody worried about you. They worried about the people who really do, who hitting them like
I'm just not a big fake booty fan at all. It's like you got to get. And the people who didn't give a fuck about me not liking the fat ass, they're not going to care about this opinion anyway when I'm going to spit it out there. It's like, if you can't afford to get your legs done.
Hey, that motherfucker like the ant.
If you can't afford to get your motherfucking legs done, you walk around this motherfucker like a centipede.
They look like when my son used to be in diapers and pull-ups. The legs be sticking out, but you know how the pull-up piece be sticking in the back. I said, that's how these...
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They look like ants. They look when the ant be walking around like... I think it's so funny when I see kids doing it, but I don't know. It's hilarious to me.
Hey, it's just as hilarious when I see obvious butt injections on women. Like, if you go on Instagram and... All right, I've been at work or just, well, I don't really go out, but, you know what I mean? I'll just be hanging with a homie or something. And I'm going to throw these people out there. Not condemning them, not talking shit about them. The Double Dose Twins. You heard of them?
No.
The Double Dose Twins are huge on Instagram. They came to KC maybe 6 months ago, had a party. I think it was at Mingles or something like that. And I had a friend like, hey, bro, check this out. And I'm looking. And as soon as he had me the phone, you know how motherfuckers put their hand over their mouth like, oh, like, boy, I got it. And I'm looking like, bro, this ain't the shit. That shit look hella weird.
The
It
fa-
just does.
The fact that he was excited about it, though.
He was. Hey, they went down there. I mean, this was like the night before that they were supposed to show up at the club, and them motherfuckers, everybody called in that day.
What gets me is, fellas, I know when we be like, oh, we like Michael B. Jordan, that's cool. But the crazy thing is when dudes see a woman and she got a nice body or whatever, Instagram, whatever it is, and they be like, oh, I gotta, like you say, your friend, like, I gotta get down there. Mm-hmm. What the fuck do you really think is gonna happen once you get down there? Like, in a man's head, what is do you see yourself like getting both of them? And you like, oh, we're going to get both of them right now. Or do you just go down there to look at them? Because
I go down there to get a picture.
I thought it was always when I used to be in the club and I would walk past whatever, leaving the bar, walk past, and I would see a girl dancing on a dude. Mm-hmm. And then I would see the dudes like circle around watching them dance. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was so fucking creepy.
Yeah,
that shit was like, why are you, even if she's twerking or something? And I'm just kind of thinking like, y'all huddle around like, yeah, it always looked to me like that is the creepiest shit ever. Like,
that's some bullshit. Like, hey, I'm not the type of person, I don't give a damn who walked in and what size the ass was. If you twerking on another dude, I'm not interested. I'm not about to watch. I'm not going to give you props on that because, like, that's what happens at a club. It's like, shit, that could have been your girl. It could have been like, what's exciting about that? I have hey, it ain't on me, so I'm just going to keep on walking by.
Like, yeah, like it's not, I'm not running down there to get to Michael B. Like, I'm not, like, what are you going to do? I don't know. You have to sing or something for me to be like, shit, yeah, let me, because I get to hear something.
Then they got to play Tyrese on the back of the bus to get to your ass.
Like, I want to sing. I'm not just coming down to see you because you got a nice body. I mean, that's just crazy.
Hey, you know what? But for the youngsters, even though I'm cool with them, there's a couple people that I know, like, they came back or they posted it on social media. They had a picture with them Double Dose twins, and it made that night it was worth it. We live in an era to where if you got that dope pic, it was worth it.
That's crazy.
You didn't have, back in the day, if we didn't, let's say this was 1989.
Okay.
Maybe, let me take it up a little bit. I was a little young, 89. Let me take it up to 93, 95. If I was going to break my neck to get somewhere to see a woman, if I didn't get a number, a kiss, a hug, something that was like, and not just for a picture because we didn't have the camera phones back then. My night, I would have took that as an L if I had no personal interaction. I don't want to be in the same room. It's like you got to be a huge star. You can't be some Instagram celebrity with a nice butt, and I'm just going like rave over you, rant and rave like I got to get down there to see this person because first of all, you putting way more than I saw in the club on Instagram. I can see you at the house. It's like, and that was the first thing I said to them, and they looked at me like I was this old, out of touch nigga. With on some shit, I guess I am. I'm like, shit, did they get naked? Like, motherfucker, you see more on Instagram, and I saw the pictures, and they was in this conservative ass shit. Like, they were dressed like somebody you would see at the store. We're like, bro, they hella covered up. You went down there to see a motherfucker you see naked as fuck on the internet, and these motherfuckers got on sweaters.
This fool said they hella covered up.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, man, yeah, I don't get it. We gonna go on our last topic because Bianca is asleep. She's asleep right now.
I was looking at the twins.
All right, look at the butt.
And it's a butt that got done. And y'all listen,
it don't
understand
look
this.
Good though.
I am not hating. Understand, I am not hating. Like, if you want to get your body done, get your ass done, get your boobs done, do what you do. But that's if it's something that everybody can get done. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody. Like, you go on Instagram and you see the same type of people who got they face beat with bomb ass makeup, nice bundles. You got your ass done, you got your boobs done, and you in there just snapping pics. I guess that's life. that's life. Like,
Yeah, it is life now.
That's it. Nothing else matters as long as you take some good pictures. Then you're doing something right. And I guess we just are from a different generation.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of those people that go get this shit done, mimicking what millions and what thousands have done before them.
Right.
Just because you go get your body done up, that don't mean you're going to have 1 million Instagram likes. Because right now it's so flooded with everybody doing the same shit. Who's to say that you're going to reach that?
Right.
So you could be risking your life and nobody notice you. And then, well, shit, what then? What now? Like, what now? You guys, you've already done this. And like I said, to reverse it has to be way more expensive than the $5,000 that you got, that you paid to get it done. Man, I don't get it. I don't get it.
You know what's next. No offense to anybody. No offense. But I don't understand it how, like, people have, you have the money to get down to where you need to go so you can have these people work on you. But then, like, you don't have everything in order. Like, if I go under the knife for any reason, I want everything to be in order because anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, especially if you got kids. You think anything can happen, man or woman. If I go under, I may not wake back up. Something could go wrong. So if you're going to do something of that magnitude, then you should make sure that you have your things in order just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like, if something goes wrong, and no shade to nobody, but if something goes wrong, you don't want to be asking for GoFundMes and shit. Because people going to be thinking like, well, shit, where was that money that you took down there to get your ass done?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are our priorities? Like, where are we? What are we doing to just think this is what I'm trying to get to and that's it? Mm-hmm. Like, nothing else matters until I get to this.
Hey, I blame Instagram.
I do too.
I blame Instagram. Instagram is a devil.
But I love Instagram for workout videos. Thank you.
Hey, I like y'all for memes. All right, we're going to get here. I wanted to bring this up because basically it's interesting and I just want to hear, I just want to talk about it.
It's going to be great.
I hope you think so after I mention the topic.
It's going to be great.
Tiana Taylor.
Oh, I already know this.
Tiana Taylor, and I'm grabbing my notes. Y'all probably hear. I'll let y'all know when I'm grabbing my notes because I make noise.
No one can hear that, but you.
Tiana Taylor is taking heat. She was on a couple of shows. They're not better than ours. She was on Big Boy's Neighborhood and Angie Martinez. You know, the little shows.
I do like Angie.
I like Angie too, but she has a little show. All right, and in both of those interviews, she mentioned that she likes to have threesomes from time to time with her husband, Iman Shumpert. And she took a lot of flack for that. It was people commenting saying, oh, you have no self-respect. You guys used to be relationship goals, and now I just think you're tasteless and blah, blah, blah. And her response to that, Tiana Taylor's response to that was, I have no lack of respect. I don't think my interview was tasteless. And from time to time, and these are her words, from time to time, I enjoy busting a bitch down with my husband. Okay. Not everybody has to agree with what someone says. Do I think she should have put that out in an interview? It was her choice. You are opening yourself up to criticism when you say something like that. But I had to ask a woman, because if you ask a man, I think I'll always get the same response. Because when we hear threesome, we just, oh yeah, it's all good. Who? What's her name? Do you think that for a married couple to say that they have an occasional threesome, do you think that, and they didn't comment on Iman Shumpert's, they didn't say anything about how he should be viewed if he had a lack of respect for himself. They just all directly just, they heaved it on her.
Well, because she said it.
Yeah, but do you think it's a lack of respect for a woman to do that? Or is it worse by just saying it? Or she's, you know what I mean?
I myself am not into women at all. I know some men have this thought that all women think about another woman at least once. That is a lie.
They do.
That is a lie.
I mean, you have to think about it at least once to say yes or no.
That is a lie. I mean, y'all say that they think about it at least like wanting to. Like that's the thought of I want to, but I wouldn't. No, that's not.
Uh-huh.
However, if another person wants to dabble, you want to be married.
I can't stand it.
You want to be married and you and your husband enjoy having another person in the bedroom. That is what you do. I mean, I'm not like, ew, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm like, I couldn't do it. But if that's what you like to do, then that's what you like to do. I don't think anything is wrong with how you want your relationship to go. Like people say, well, she has no respect for herself, or well, these same women, their niggas will cheat on them, and you'll take them back.
Yeah.
So where's your respect? Like you can't say what another person does in their relationship is what they do in their relationship. You can't say she's wrong for that because that's what she wants and that's what she wants to do. Another person's relationship should never be your relationship goals. Your relationship should be your relationship goal. Mm-hmm. Like you shouldn't be worried about what somebody else is doing.
That was dope. That was a dope answer.
I mean, because I always say that. Like I'll tell people you can look as happy as you want to and you can actually be happy and I'm happy for you. But I know no one who I say, damn, I want a relationship like that. Mm-hmm. That relationship is geared towards you. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy for your relationship. Like I had a person tell me, well, they didn't say certain stuff about their relationship because they don't want to feel like they're bragging or anything. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, and I know people feel that way too. And it's like, no, you can tell another person about your relationship because that's your relationship. Mm-hmm. Because a person is only going to tell you what they want you to know about their relationship. Like if she never said that, people would be like, oh my God, they're just the best. They're funny together. Yeah. Until she said this, then they're like, hold up, wait a minute. That's her relationship. Let her do whatever the fuck she wants to. Exactly. Same way in your relationship, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. And if that makes you happy, then that makes you happy. Not everybody is a Christian. Or not everybody has to say, well, a man and a woman in the Bible says. I don't get when people say that. Everybody doesn't have the same views as you do. Even if she does, it is what it is. But everybody doesn't have the same views as you. So you can't sit up here and just say your views are right because that's what you believe in. Uh-huh. What you can do is mind your motherfucking business. And I think I
agree with that.
That's just as free as her coming out and saying that she likes to have 3 ways with her husband.
Yeah.
Look at that. You mean I can mind my business for free? You sure can.
Most people get offended for the dumbest reasons. It's like, what were you doing that day when, first of all, you had to watch the interview? And I like Big Boy. I study a lot of the radio shows. Angie Martinez has been around forever. Big Boy has too. But now he's like, he got the YouTube videos, and I'll check it out. I watched the interview with Lil Yachty. And you ever watch Big Boy's Neighborhood on YouTube?
How'd you get through that? Lil Yachty.
And you know what? I got to say this too. All right, first let me wrap that up. Let me wrap that up because I know you're about to go to sleep.
I did not snore yet. I didn't snore one time.
Yeah, because we had an hour and 30, and she was like, "Nigga, I'm stabbing you if we go over." All right, Big Boy. Damn, I'm about to say the next shit. With the threesome thing, I do think, and I had to bring this up because, first of all, not many women will come out and say that. I remember when Monique said she had an open relationship, open marriage, and people just dragged her for the shit. What people do in their relationships, yes, you can comment if they expose something that's out of the norm and you think you disagree with it. Yes, that's cool. But I don't think it's just something that should be, I don't think you should say someone has a lack of respect for themselves because they do this or do that and you don't. Like, I think that's going way too far.
And let me say this first, too. Let's keep it real. Y'all all seen her when she first came out to the public eye. Y'all telling me y'all didn't think this girl was a lesbian? Come on. I love the chick. I do. But y'all telling me that there was not one inkling in you that thought, this chick looks like she bangs girls. Maybe that's why when she came out, she said it. I'm like, sounds about right. That's it. I would have thought that. I would have looked at her and thought, she's never hit a woman, even without him. I would have never thought, oh no, there's no way. No, I thought she was going to marry a woman until she got with him, and I'm like, oh God, okay, that's cute, that's nice.
I didn't know much about her, like, until they got together. Like, I was way out of the loop. I had no idea who Tiana Taylor was. I remember a video where, like, she was dancing on the floor, like, maybe about a year and a half ago.
Oh, no.
The internet went crazy, and that was really like, okay, I'm like, okay, who is Tiana Taylor? And then the reality show and blah, blah, blah. And then as, like, recently when I saw the promos for what's the show Bring It On or Bring It or some shit like that, when you just seeing this damn woman dancing for no fucking reason, like, every 5 minutes on BET, I'm like, okay, Tiana Taylor got it.
No, she's been out for she's been dancing and doing choreography for other superstars for a long time.
And I never knew that.
Yeah, for a long time.
And y'all just gonna turn on her because of what her and her man do in the bedroom? Okay.
And then she probably said, people say, well, if you got a man and he cheats, and most of the time if he cheats, he's cheating with somebody that you know about, because you know how females like to fight the same chicks over and over. So they be like, well, if you gonna deal with him talking to this chick, shit, y'all might as well both be with him if neither one of y'all gonna go anywhere. Because neither one of y'all going anywhere. I'm sorry, but I agree. If you are gonna keep fighting her and you ain't leaving and she ain't leaving, y'all might as well not fight.
You know what? I think we need to have a show. I'm gonna do some research on this. I want to get messy. We haven't got messy on the show yet. I want to find a couple that have done a threesome and see how it works.
Nope, it's got to be two. They've done a threesome and they've been fighting. The chick been fighting the other chick for years. And we want to ask, so why don't y'all just get along and just deal with him if neither one of y'all going anywhere?
Well, we should find out we should have two couples. One, it worked out. One, it was just all fucked up.
Oh, we're taking applications.
We'll do 45 minutes on one and do 45 minutes on the other.
Like, oh, you just came just in time. We just wrapped this one up. Okay. Go ahead and get ready.
Hey, I will have to say this. I was about to come up with some other crazy shit, but I have to say this. A lot of y'all may have saw this and maybe national news. I saw one of the saddest stories ever. There was a boating accident in Branson, Missouri, and I just saw the interview. One of the survivors was Tia Coleman, and it's like really the saddest story I've ever watched. I Googled it over and over. I wrote an article about it. My girl hadn't heard about it. We were sitting there. I was casting it to the TV, showing like interviews and the way the situation happened. She lost her husband, 3 of her children, and like 5 other family members in one like tragic story, like one tragic accident. And I just was looking at it, and I just say, like, a lot of the things that I think about, I'm a worrier. I'm always saying, okay, my life needs to be better. I'm one of those people. But today I was with my family. We were at a water park. I was having a ball. I had heard of this story yesterday, and I hugged them all a little bit tighter. My mom was there. My sisters were there. My 8 nieces and nephews. Everybody was there having fun. It's just a sad story. My heart goes out to them. It happened so close, and it was just a fucked up situation. I usually don't bring up, like, sad stories like this, but this is real. That is really messed up. Like, how do you go on from something like that? Did you hear about that story?
I did. I didn't watch it. I know there was a video of it, but I didn't watch it. I was like, no, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. When I watch stuff, that shit sticks with me for a long time, especially seeing the pictures of them. And I'm just like, I can't do it. But I heard about it, And I'm just like, that's absolutely like fucked up. Like, what else can you say? Like, that's the worst thing that you can think to happen when you just out to have a good time with your family. And then I just think even if you were told that a storm was coming, regardless on if you felt like we have time for another one, you should have just wrapped that shit up. I went to an outdoor concert and it started thundering and everything. And at first I was pissed because they canceled it. You know, everybody heard about that. They canceled it. But then after that, I'm thinking, what happened if it would have? Because it was close. You could really see it. It was. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, you got to do what you got to do for the safety of everybody. Mm-hmm. And whether we like it or not, it is what it is. That's just what the fuck you got to do. Safety first, especially when it's a business and it's people's lives at stake. Like, why the fuck, if you knew it was a storm, mm-hmm. not you telling them basically to enter at their own risk, mm-hmm. why wouldn't you say, you know what, it's a storm coming, we're not even going to chance it, we're not going to risk it. Mm-hmm. Because we heard it was coming. I think they said that they were told a different time and they thought they had more time. But even if you looked and you saw, this don't look right, mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. Like Branson, they're going to have a lot of, they're going to have a lot of shit.
Man, the story was so sad. I read that they had bought different tickets at first for like an earlier ride. Something about, you got a big family, you're on vacation, somebody, you might, you might have to push it back. And they ended up getting on that. And one of the saddest parts about it, her oldest son was autistic. So he really couldn't, swim with them all the time and things like that. And they wanted to do something on the water with him.
Yeah.
And it's just so fucked up. Like, that story, just really, it was one of those stories that touched you like you knew something. Like, if 11 family members go on a vacation and 9 of them don't come back, it's just the worst feeling in the world. It's just the worst feeling in the world. I have I couldn't even comprehend what that woman is going through right now. I watched the interview, and my girl's a crybaby. She's sitting there teary-eyed, and I'm just sitting there wow. But
prayers to her and her family. That's
definitely,
that's the worst thing. So everybody should pray for her and her family. And even if you don't pray, just keep positive thoughts for her and her family.
Definitely. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. We are out of here.
Later.